Hello, my friends. Thank you so much for hanging out and being part of my family here on YouTube. I'm coming to you with a quick no hair done, no makeup message because we are starting our self-massage month inside my membership community, Uplifted, and we just started yesterday. This is a really magical month of combining yoga with my favorite other thing, myofascial release self-massage that you can do at home, just with a couple props that you probably already have in your house. These member-only routines are powerful, and there is a 1-week free trial so you can test it out. I think a lot of times people are intrigued by everything that we're doing in the Uplifted membership. We're an amazing, strong community right now, but they don't totally get what it is you're getting and how it's different from YouTube and all that stuff. So I'm sharing with you this month's calendar plan basically for free to hopefully give you a sense of what happens inside the membership. And I hope you enjoy the video. Let's check it out. As a reminder, you never have to do the calendar plan that is quote unquote assigned or releasing on any given month. I always like to preface that because Uplifted's all about personalizing your practice. And remember, reach out to your mentor or in the Facebook group if you want guidance on which sort of calendar plan to do, because we have a lot of them now. So maybe you want to focus on sculpting or relaxing or yin or therapeutics or who knows. But assuming you're listening to this, you're on board for this month-long journey of self-massage. And if you were doing this right when it comes out, this week 1 is technically starting August 7th because our previous plan takes us through actually also the first week of August. So this week 1 is the week of August 7th. This would be the week of August 14th, the week of August 21st, and the week of August 28th. And if you're listening to this in the future, right, you can do this plan at any time. So I wanted to give a little overview of sort of how I've scheduled and designed this month for you the way I have, because I'm super excited about it. So this self-massage intro is what you're listening to right now. And I'm also going to highly, highly advise that you listen to the podcast called hold on, I'll pull up the screenshot for you guys so you can see it. If you want, you can listen to it on YouTube. It's also in the Uplifted app. If you go to the podcasts area, it's this one, Make Your Massage Dollars Go Farther. So definitely listen to that as just like a precursor to everything, because I think it will really set the context for a lot of the just tips that I'm trying to give you here. So I want to make sure you listen to this. Okay, so once you've listened to that, listen to this intro, and then this is a brand new class, this just 10 minutes class. I put this right at the beginning of the plan because you might want to just do this 10-minute routine before a lot of these like longer sculpting exercises. So anything that says Up Extend is an Uplifted exclusive extended video with props. And for this one, I believe we do yoga before we get on the roller, but for the ones with the balls, we just start ball rolling right away. So if you want to just kind of warm up the body a little bit before the ones that have the ball in it, so this one and this one, or maybe before doing this deep stretch session, you just want to kind of move a little bit more, this just 10-minute class is a great go-to just to know that it's now available and always there for you to slip some yoga into your day, but it's great to do as a warm-up, especially if you decide to do some rolling on your own and you just kind of want to warm up first. So that's why this brand new class is here. And then to explain, this is a brand new exclusive class. So we start this plan from the ground up. So I really want us to, if you're moving through this plan with me, to work on your foundation first, because shifts that we can make in our lower leg, the fascia of our feet, our calves, our ankles, our shins, it has a ripple effect up through our whole body. So we want to always start with our foundation, and our foundation is our feet, our connection to Mother Earth. And also from a muscular skeletal perspective, this is just what makes the most sense. And those of you who've done yoga teacher training with me know we always look at poses. We always look at bodies from the ground up. So this is a brand new class that's short, 15 minutes, doesn't include any props. And then you'll see this class's sort of counterpart, which is here, the myofascial release is what MFR stands for if you don't know. It's just the abbreviation I use and a lot of people use. This class is 40 minutes. So it starts the same as this class, 15 minutes. So you might think like you're losing your mind because you're like, oh, this class seems the same. But after 15 minutes, it continues and we do an additional 30 minutes or so of foam rolling. So if there's a foam roller in the thumbnail picture, you need a foam roller for the class. If there's a ball in the thumbnail picture, you need a ball for the class. So that's just sort of how it works. And then the way I put this together is I really want us to strengthen an area of the body before we do deep, deep self-massage. So we're constantly alternating for a well-rounded, holistic approach. We're alternating between stretching and strengthening, stretching and strengthening. So we do like a little bit of baby stretching, and then we're going to strengthen the legs with this fun sculpt class that you may or may not have done. And then we're going to, test out all our little ankle muscles and all the stability in our lower leg, trying to improve our balance. And then we're going to roll everything out, right? So it's going to feel good. Now, what I wanted to share with you is that if you practice daily, right? Because this is a schedule that just has Monday, Wednesday, Friday, weekend, like we always do for Uplifted, because I don't want to assign something every day. That's overwhelming. But I want you to have room to play and do your own practice or do other videos or, do your cardio, whatever else you're doing. However, what I would really suggest for this month is on the days off that nothing is assigned, to really go back and do the strengthening classes. So for example, after you do this, before we kind of move on up the body to the hips, do this class again, right? See if they feel different after you've done some of the self-massage work. So this is how self-massage and yoga really complement each other, is when you do yoga strengthening an area or really feeling into an area to get awareness of an area, just like we do then in this class. Obviously, this is a hip opening and sort of hamstring opening class. Coming into this pose is not required. But what's fun is that you'll do this class, then you'll roll out your hips and low back, which are kind of the component areas we need. You'll do some work on your shoulders, right? Obviously, we also need to have our shoulders open in order to come into a pose like this. And then I've assigned some yin deep hip stretching. But what would be great after this point is, again, pending your schedule, go back and do this class again, right? And you might see that after doing the ball rolling and the stretching, that you are able to come into compass pose, this pose, far, far deeper, or it just might feel totally different than when you did the class the first time around. Yeah? So same thing here. We do a very intense vinyasa style class. This is obviously requires a lot of shoulder and hip opening. And then we foam roll the arms and shoulders, right? Which is going to really help you be able to get into this pose. We change it up with some vinyasa and stretching. Then we roll our upper back. And then at this point, it would be great to revisit this class. So there's no exact recipe here. I just wanted to encourage you guys that to go back, and especially with this month, if you have time, you're practicing more than 4 times a week, to go back and revisit these classes. See if you can get into some of these peak poses. Again, getting into these peak poses doesn't matter. It's not the goal, but it's sort of fun when we're playing with doing self-massage and integrating it into a yoga practice to sort of see if taking the time to do these longer 40-minute or more self-massage sessions then really has an effect on the practice when you come back to it. And then we end with this melt into splits class, which if you're looking for a class to do earlier, you could also do this kind of at the beginning of the month, and then you could compare how your split is at the beginning of the month and how it is at the end of the month. Of course, for the official, calendar to just keep things simple, I've just put it here. But again, I wanted to make this special tutorial video for you to kind of encourage it. Like, this is the idea here. We're alternating the yoga and the foam rolling, and then as you can, repeat classes as much as possible this month so you can kind of see what effect it's having. Because as you foam roll and work with the whole body in this way, you may find that your split at the end of the month looks totally different, or you've been able to make a lot of progress that you wouldn't have made if you just did regular yoga without the self-massage the whole month. And again, the pose is never the goal. This is just a fun exploration of your own body. All right, if you haven't gotten your props yet, there's all the suggestions here, all the links for you, all the discount codes I could possibly find. Remember, if you're on a budget, you can just use tennis balls for these routines. So again, this isn't about making you spend extra money on fancy props, but again, a foam roller is invaluable and it'll change your life. And some ball option, including a tennis ball, is fine. And then please read through these tips thoroughly before beginning. I've put a lot of time trying to put these together for you, and please read this. Again, it's one of the benefits of being a member, and listening to these two past podcasts, especially if you're new and maybe you've missed them on myofascial release, would be a great idea. All right, so I hope you have so much fun this month. I'm really excited for us all to connect in the Facebook group around this yoga plus self-massage idea. And just because we're doing self-massage doesn't mean this is an easy month, right? Like we have a lot of sculpting and toning and intense yoga interspersed throughout the juicy massage. And I think it's the interplay between these two things, which is going to be really fun and kind of continue in a nice way our sthira and sukha, or align and let go exploration that we've been doing this whole summer so far. So once again, thank you for being a member. I look forward to your thoughts, comments, feedback. So much love from my heart to yours. Namaste. You receive monthly training plans, member-only classes, and the ability to download my entire library of videos across every device. Let me help you ignite your best life through the power of yoga. Try it for free at brettlarkin.com/uplifted.